Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's discussion, which is sure to make your heart race. Are you ready? Because what happened at Incheon International Airport this morning was truly beyond imagination. Imagine, the sun had not even fully woken up, but the atmosphere at the departure terminal already felt like the front row of a world concert. Cameras lined up, fans held their breath, and journalists did not dare to blink for a single second. Why? Because the icon, the visual legend, had just stepped out of his car and turned the airport asphalt into the most expensive runway stage of the year. Yes, we are talking about Felix. But this is not just an ordinary departure. This is a moment that will be recorded in global fashion history. Felix was just caught on camera heading to Paris to attend Louis Vuitton Paris Fashion Week 2026. And his appearance? Let us be honest, it was not just stylish. It was a declaration of war against the standards of ordinary human good looks. How can someone look so unreal under the bright airport lights? Stay here because in this discussion, we will dissect every detail of this iconic look, the crazy netizen reactions, and why this particular departure feels much more emotional for stay all over the world. Let us get into the heart of the story. When the car door opened, the previously tensed atmosphere immediately exploded into the loud sound of camera shutters. Felix appeared with his perfectly styled silvery blonde hair, although partially covered by very chic Louis Vuitton sunglasses. But the main star here was his choice of outfit. Felix wore a denim-on-denim set that was very bold, yet looked so effortless on his body. The denim jacket with a boxy cut featuring asymmetrical pocket details gave a retro yet futuristic impression. What makes this discussion so interesting is how Felix combined masculine and androgynous styles so smoothly. The loose denim cargo pants he wore gave a very modern silhouette. This is not ordinary denim that you find in retail stores. This is a piece from the latest Louis Vuitton collection that has not even hit store shelves in many countries. And the way Felix carried the iconic monogram bag in his hand, that is the definition of a true global ambassador. He does not just wear the brand, he brings it to life. Netizens moved quickly. Within minutes after the photos from Netizen and Dispatch were released, hashtags related to Felix and Louis Vuitton immediately topped the trending topics on X. Many fans commented that Felix looked like a main character in a sci-fi movie who had just landed on Earth to save the fashion industry. "Visual king back in action," wrote one netizen with thousands of likes. There were also those who commented, "How is it possible his skin looks so glowing even though it's still early morning? Is he really human?" Why is this departure to Paris so emotional this time? We know that Felix's relationship with Louis Vuitton is not just a business contract. It is an artistic collaboration that has grown over the years. As the face of one of the world's largest fashion houses, Felix's every step at Paris Fashion Week is always the center of attention. However, in 2026, expectations are at a different level. Considering Felix was also recently appointed as an honorary ambassador for Korea-France diplomatic relations, his presence in Paris carries a significant cultural weight. The fans, or those we know as Hardline Stay, have already started a streaming party for these airport photos. They analyzed every detail, from the small keychain on his bag to his choice of shoes that looked very comfortable yet still luxurious. The moment Felix waved to the camera with a thin smile behind his glasses truly made anyone's heart melt. It was a very relatable moment where the star still showed his humility even though he was at the top of the world. In Korean online communities like Pan and The Q, the discussion regarding Felix airport fashion reached thousands of comments. Many non-fans even admitted that Felix has an aura that is hard to match. "I'm not a K-pop fan, but I always wait for Felix's airport photos. He always has a way of making clothes that look strange on others look very cool on his body," wrote one netizen. This proves that Felix's influence has broken through fandom boundaries and entered the public sphere at large. We cannot talk about Felix without discussing the extraordinary impact he has on the brands he represents. Every time Felix wears something, that product is almost certain to sell out immediately, or at least experience a surge in search engine queries. This Felix effect phenomenon is very real. Reportedly, the Louis Vuitton website experienced a slowdown due to the surge in traffic from fans wanting to see the details of the bag and jacket Felix wore this morning. This is the power of an idol in the modern era. They are not just singers or dancers, they are global economic drivers. Felix carries South Korea's good name on his shoulders as he flies to Paris. Every camera snap from journalists at Incheon today is an advertisement worth millions of dollars. And the greatest thing is, Felix did all that while remaining his warm and polite himself. Some fans even noticed small details, like how Felix still greeted the airport staff politely in the middle of the chaotic crowd. These small things are what make Felix so loved. He has main vocal vibes in terms of personality, always in tune, always touching the heart, and never failing to amaze. Now, all eyes are on Paris. If his airport appearance is already at this level, imagine what he will wear when sitting in the front row of the main Louis Vuitton event later. Speculations have already emerged. Will he appear with a dramatic Gothic style, or will he choose an elegant royal style, like a prince from a fairy tale? Whatever the choice, one thing is certain: Felix will dominate the conversation for the next week. The journey from Incheon to Paris takes over 10 hours, but for fans, that waiting time will feel like forever. They are already prepared with support hashtags, digital banners, and of course, prepared for healthy arguments about who has the best look at this fashion week. But let's be honest, with Felix there, the competition feels over before it even began. Seeing Felix's transformation from a talented trainee to a global fashion icon sitting in the VIP seat at Paris Fashion Week truly makes us emotional. This is proof of hard work, dedication, and of course, natural talent that cannot be bought with money. Today's denim appearance at Incheon is not just about expensive clothes, but about the confidence of an artist who knows exactly who he is. In your opinion, from all the details of Felix's appearance earlier, which part made you lose focus the most? Was it his unique denim jacket or his visual aura that already has no rivals? And what are your expectations for the outfit he will wear in Paris later? Try writing your opinion in the comment section below. Let us discuss it together, because honestly, I still can't move on from these photos. Don't forget to click the like button if you agree that Felix is the definition of the true visual king. Comment your opinions as excitingly as possible, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss other exciting discussions about the world of K-pop, which is always full of surprises. See you in the next discussion, stay stylish, and keep supporting your bias with full love. Thank you for watching this discussion until the end. Let us look forward to other magical moments from Felix during his time in Paris. See you later. The transformation of Felix from a talented idol into a central axis of the global fashion ecosystem marks a major shift in how the luxury industry views the cultural influence of the East. This departure is not merely a work travel routine, but a manifestation of the credibility he has built since his debut. In the world of high fashion, consistency is key, and Felix has proven that he can maintain visual relevance without losing the essence of his warm personality. This creates an interesting paradox for a brand as large as Louis Vuitton, an icon who looks incredibly exclusive and unreachable on stage, yet remains grounded and very polite in public spaces like an airport. The substance of Felix's appeal lies in his ability to blur gender boundaries in clothing. The denim-on-denim choice he wore this morning reflects the androgynous trend currently dominating the world's fashion stages. With a sharp facial structure, yet soft features, Felix serves as the perfect canvas for the artistic vision of Nicolas Ghesquière, which often blends futuristic elements with classic details. This phenomenon explains why every piece of fabric on his body immediately becomes a subject of discussion for both amateur and professional fashion curators on social media. Every unfastened button or the way he drapes his bag is no longer just a choice of comfort, but part of a highly calculated choreography of image. Furthermore, Felix's role as a diplomatic bridge between South Korea and France provides a new dimension to his every appearance in Paris. Felix's presence at Paris Fashion Week 2026 is no longer just about next season's trends, but about the soft power South Korea holds in the eyes of the world. When an idol is able to move capital markets and influence global public opinion regarding a French heritage brand, we are watching history being written. This appearance at Incheon Airport is the prologue to a grand narrative about how pop music and global luxury now merge into one and the same pulse. Moving forward, we can expect deeper collaborations, perhaps a capsule collection or a more massive global campaign. But for the fans witnessing his journey today, the greatest satisfaction remains seeing how he continues to shine without forgetting his roots. With every step he takes in the airport terminal, Felix carries not just a suitcase full of luxury clothes, but also the hopes of millions who see him as a symbol of success achieved through hard work and extraordinary ethics. This momentum is a reminder that behind the glare of camera flashes, there is a dedication that never sleeps. Do not miss even a single second of this historic journey. Make sure you keep monitoring the latest updates to see how Felix shakes the main stage in Paris later. Share this discussion with your community friends so everyone knows why today has become the most iconic moment in fashion history this year.